Welcome to Full Body Strength. My name is Amy. I'm the Target Fitness Program Manager. We're going to get going with a warm-up, and then we'll head into a full body strength 30-minute workout. 6 intervals, 3 times through. Each interval is 45 seconds with 15 seconds transition. You need a set or 2 of dumbbells for upper body and lower body. Grab some water, have that nearby for breaks. I'll also be showing resistance band options for pretty much everything. So if you have resistance bands, have them nearby, be able to set them up high, medium, and low anchor points. And we'll get started warming up. Let's go shoulder width stance, and let's go right into some body weight squats, lower and lift. Range of motion up to you, always. Speed, effort level, always up to you. I'll give some guidelines, but you can always adjust as needed. Pushing those hips back, rolling those shoulders back and down away from the ears. 2 more squats here. Last one. All right, hip circles. Push it side, back, other side, front. Get some mobility through the hip, pelvis, low back, front of the hip. Switch direction. And center those hips out. Big inhale, vertical. Exhale, cactus the arms. Big front body expansion. Inhale, back vertical. One more time. Inhale, squeeze the elbows to the ribs. Inhale, vertical. And let's go right into a march. Reach and pull with that upper body. Keep that going. I'm going to adjust my camera just a little bit. That might have been too much. Reach and pull. Maybe bringing that elbow to the opposite knee, warming up that core now. Get some diagonal oblique warm up. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do a hinge. Push the hips back. Let that upper body come forward. Squeeze the glutes. Pull that upper body back vertical. One more here. We're going to switch it to a B stance. So just kickstand 1 foot back, emphasizing that lead leg. 2 more on this side, then we'll switch it up. Last one here. Switch sides. Two more. Go back to that original leg. When you're ready, we're going to do full single leg hinge. We got these in our workout today, so we're including them in our warm-up. Kicking that leg straight back, heel extends back, hips stay square, pointed down towards the floor. One more on this side. Other side. Switch legs. Little bend in that standing leg. I almost always do these near a wall for stability. Last one. All right, let's go wide stance. Shift it left to right. Add in that upper body with a reach crossover. One more left and right. Then we're going to get our last move in here. Bring those feet back under us. Reach and pull with those arms horizontal this time. Open up chest and back. Get those heels back for a hamstring curl. Should be feeling warm. Our heart rates are up. Our breath is up a little bit. Muscles and joints feel ready. You can always extend this warm up a little bit. Take it light in this first round if you'd like. That is okay. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, going into our full body circuit. First move is a dumbbell row. So this can be bent over, it can be alternating, or double arm, narrow row, elbows together or elbows close to the side, scooping the dumbbell to the hip. If you want to try out a resistance band option today, 1 or both arms here, upright position, little bend in that knee, and we're squeezing elbow straight back and bringing it back nice and gentle, controlled. Here's 3, 2, and 1. Start the timer, Amy. Here we go. I just set my resistance band at about chest level, squeezing the elbows, pulling the handle towards me, and then releasing, slow and controlled. We don't want to lean or push the hips forward in this upright position. We're squeezing that mid back, pulling the shoulder blades together. Inhale, let it go forward. Exhale, squeeze it back. I'll do dumbbell option round 2 here. Core is nice and strong, preventing any moving or twisting in that midsection. Here's 3, 2, and 1. We got squat. If you're doing a dumbbell squat, let's just do a goblet squat here. If you want to do a resistance band squat, I have it wrapped around multiple times on my lower anchor point. I'm bringing the handle to about chest height, and we're just squatting like so. Getting as close to the anchor point as you can. We want to have resistance at this low point and the high point. So we don't want the band to go loose or slack at any point. So that's how you kind of set everything up with the resistance band. Cable machine, you won't really have to worry about if you set it up in the gym. Inhale down, exhale it up. You can do all sorts of different squat variations here. You can do sumo squat. The more taut, the end range of the resistance band is going to be more challenging. So the top might feel more challenging than the bottom on this one. That's just how resistance bands work. Here's 3, 2, 1. We got shoulder press. You can do this one with dumbbells. Pretty straightforward. Press it up over those shoulders. If you got a resistance band, we're going feet over the band, bring the band up, and then press up. This one's too heavy. I got to switch it out. And go ahead and start. I wouldn't normally do a whole workout of resistance bands just because you got to swap them out so often. So press it straight up and lower down. I don't even have handles attached, but I would attach handles if you have the time. And you can put those feet closer together or further apart for less or more challenge. You could do one arm at a time. You could have one leg in instead of 2 for less challenge. If you only have a couple sets of resistance bands, here's 3, 2, 1. Romanian deadlift, single leg. So dumbbell variation, just like in warm up. I would go dumbbell. You can have 2 or 1 dumbbell. If you have 1 dumbbell, choose which side feels best. Here's 3, 2, 1. Here we go. For the resistance band, I'm going to put it about knee or hip height. I'm going to let that resistance kind of pull my upper body forward a little bit. Like so. And squeeze back up. Inhale down. Exhale up. This could even be at chest height or so. As long as you feel that, let's switch sides if you haven't yet. As long as you're feeling that resistance and that glute working against that horizontal resistance, set it up in a way that's, somewhere between the knees and shoulders. Here's 3, 2, 1. Tricep push down or tricep kick back. In your dumbbell, this is going to be a split stance or double leg, doesn't matter. Pull that to 90 degrees, extend it back behind you for a tricep kick back. Here's 3, 2, 1, let's go. If you want to try a resistance band option, mounting it, anchoring it high up above your head as you can. Pull those elbows next to your body and then push straight down and lower back up. That one's a little bit too heavy. So for this one, you want to get pretty close. I demonstrated way out here, but for triceps, you want to get pretty close underneath the anchor point to get the, oh my gosh, I totally am forgetting what I want to say. to get the plane of motion correct with the muscle fiber orientation. Here's the last 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, we got one more time or one more move here. It's frantic demoing two different styles. We got dumbbell chop. This can be standing or half kneel. Same thing with resistance band. Anchor points is low. Chop up and across. Hip to shoulder. Lots of ways to do chops with dumbbell and resistance band. I'm showing this half kneel variation. It can be standing. It can be a high to low chop if you're anchored up high. 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Using that core, those obliques to kind of rotate the body. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, quick drink of water. We get a minute between rounds. All right, I'll kind of go back and forth demoing dumbbell and resistance band this next round. For narrow row, I'll go back and forth. For squat, I'll do dumbbell. Shoulder press, I'll do dumbbells. We got 20 seconds here. Set it up again. Make adjustments if you need to. On a scale of 1 to 10 on a 45-second interval, maybe a 7 to 8 effort level. Last 2 reps are challenging but doable. Narrow row, let's set it up. Here we go, round 2. Dumbbell variation, pushing those hips back, tailbone back behind you. Scooping the dumbbell to the hip, elbow towards the ceiling. Maintain neutral spine. Split your stance if that feels better for you. We got 20 seconds or so here left. I think Sam has a variation in our Jumpstart program that adds a squat with a narrow row. So that one looks like this, a squat and row. Nice job, couple more, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we got a squat. I'll show another variation of a resistance band squat here. This one can't really be done by a cable machine, so this is just a resistance band option. Go ahead and start those squats. So similar to that shoulder press, we're gonna set it up underneath our feet, get it set up close to our body, hold on to handles or the ends like so, and squat lower and lift. Resistance bands are great for traveling if you don't have access to a gym. So knowing how to do these movements can really be great for traveling, vacations, things like that. 15 seconds. Last 10. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm gonna attach my handles and do shoulder press with this band. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Exhale up, inhale down. Working tops of the shoulders on this one. Nice job. We are halfway. I'm just switching feet, which foot my resistance band is under, just to keep it even. Nice. Keeping nice and straight, aligned. We're not pushing our hips left or right. 3, 2, 1, Romanian deadlift, single leg or B stance variation. I'll show a B stance resistance band. 3, 2, 1, here we go. So setting myself up so I feel resistance before I even start. Reaching forward as I hinge and squeezing back up. You could add a little rotation to this one as well. Letting that upper body kind of reach forward and across. Switching sides if you haven't yet. You could certainly add a row to this one as well. Pulling that elbow in, or if you wanted to make it different, you could pull the elbow out, move that row up the back a little bit. 3, 2, and 1. Tricep push down or kick back. Anchoring that resistance band high, standing right underneath it. 3, 2, and 1. Kick back is a great option here for triceps. You could go overhead extension as well. This overhead extension, it's important to keep the rib cage kind of pulled under. We don't want to start pushing that rib cage forward and up. So we want a nice alignment through the pelvis. We don't want overly tilted forward. Kind of tuck it neutral. Same thing with that rib cage, tucking it just enough where it feels neutral and it's not flaring forward. Some of that has to do with some mobility through that side body and that lat muscle. So sometimes it's a mobility issue and not a core engagement issue. 3, 2, and 1. Dumbbell chop or resistance band chop. I'll show dumbbell version here, and I'll keep it standing here. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Dumbbell chop. If you're doing a dumbbell variation, gravity wants to pull it down. So we want to chop up. So that's where a cable machine or a resistance band is helpful by creating resistance that you have to pull down against. We can't get that with a dumbbell. 3, 2, 1. Chop it up on the other side. Nice job. Couple of reps left. Nice and steady. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. 1 minute break again. Now is a great time for any mobility. If you're feeling any stiffness or soreness or anything like that, anything that's not moving well, now is a great time to do a little mobility. Halfway through our rest, we got 30 seconds, starting with our narrow row. Get my band set up again. If you have bands and use them a lot, it's probably worth it to get multiple sets of handles. All right, 10 seconds. Narrow row is first. We're heading into our third set. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Stance can be side by side or staggered, whatever feels more stable for you if you're doing this resistance band option. Really focusing on that pulling, the squeeze of that back body. Last few reps, looking good. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. We got squats. I'll do a dumbbell squat here. I did cable or resistance band first 2 rounds. finish it out with dumbbell squat. Here's 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Nice and slow and controlled. Any strength movement, you want to go 1 to 2 seconds each movement. Slow and controlled. Nice job. We're about halfway. Inhale down, exhale it up. Third set might feel the most challenging. Hang in there, stay strong. Way to work hard. Last few reps right here, 10 seconds. Shoulder presses next. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'll do dumbbell shoulder press as well. All right, dumbbells up. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Nice and controlled. These can be done on the knees or seated as well if you're having any trouble keeping stable through the hips and rib cage and all of that. So seated and half kneel is a great option. Last 10. Maybe 3 more reps. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go single leg RDL or B stance. Whatever's feeling better for you today. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Nice job. On these RDLs, dumbbell comes to about knee height, maybe a little bit lower down the shin, depending on upper body or torso length versus leg length. It's going to be different for everybody. Here's 3, 2, 1, switch. Really drive that foot down into the floor as you squeeze the glutes, pull that upper body back up. 3, 2, 1. We got tricep pull down or kickback or overhead extension. All great options. You could probably even do a kickback with resistance bands. Let me try it. Oh yeah, you totally could. Here we go. I'll show it. Finding that 90 degree. This gets you a little bit bigger range of motion than dumbbells. Again, gravity kind of works against us here. So dumbbell, we have to stay at that 90 because this is a bicep curl with dumbbells. But with resistance bands, we have constant tension coming from horizontal in front of us. So triceps are still working even in this really big flex position. Nice job. 3, 2, 1. All right, let's go dumbbell chop last time. I'll set up a band option again. You could even set this up underneath your own knee. I'll show that here. So underneath that back bottom knee, chopping here to here. You don't even need an anchor point. Just use your feet or your knees. See if I can do it standing as well. The angle isn't perfect, but it still works. Maybe if I stand it out like this. Better, but it's kind of uncomfortable. So sometimes you just got to test things out. 3, 2, and 1. All right, we got 3 minutes here to cool down, stretch, mobility work. Dumbbells to the side, resistance bands away. All right, we'll take it to world's greatest stretch right away. Let's step it back into a nice big low lunge. Opposite hand comes down to the floor. Settle into this big lunge first. Find that stretch on the front of the hip, the back of the hip on that lead leg. You can stay here, drop that back knee, whatever feels good. When you're ready, we're going to rotate that upper body towards that front knee and reach up towards the ceiling, keeping those hips square, pointed down towards the floor. You can kind of experiment with where those hips want to be. You can push them down lower, or you can lift them up higher for a little bit different stretch in those legs. Bring that elbow down inside the leg and hold here. And step together and go over to that other side right away. Settle into the low lunge first. And then rotate when you're ready. One more inhale here. On your exhale, sweep that arm back inside the leg. And then step together, round it up one vertebrae at a time. Roll through those shoulders. Reverse it. Hands on the hips, ear to the shoulder. Nice neck stretch here. Releasing any tension that might have built up through that workout or maybe through the morning. Chin to chest, hold here. And then over to the other side, ear to shoulder. And bring it back up. Few arm swings here. Maybe turn it into a full body. Kind of sway left to right, get a little bit of rotation. One more each way. Last big inhale, sweep it down and out and up. Full body stretch and reach. And exhale, release it down. All right, that was full body strength with dumbbells and or resistance bands. Let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, have a great rest of your day. Thanks for coming.